What does it really mean when a food label claims something is natural? You might see organic sugar or natural snacks on store shelves and assume they're healthier or less processed. But how much do these words actually tell us about what's inside? Throughout this video, we'll explore the surprising realities behind these familiar labels. By the end, you may find your assumptions about what natural truly means turned upside down. The term natural is often seen on food packaging in both the United States and Europe, but its use is only loosely regulated. This means that products labeled as natural aren't necessarily healthier, lower in sugar, or higher in nutrients. For example, a bottle of juice or a granola bar might claim to be natural, yet still contain high amounts of sugar or calories. Similarly, potato chips made with natural ingredients can still be high in fat and salt. As a result, the label can be misleading, giving the impression of health benefits that aren't actually guaranteed. Have you ever wondered if the foods we often consider the most natural might not be as beneficial as we think? It's a surprising idea that challenges common assumptions about healthy eating. Could some of these so-called wholesome choices actually be working against your health goals? As we explore this topic further, you might be surprised by what we uncover next. The label natural is often assumed to mean healthier or more nutritious, but this isn't always the case. For example, natural sugar and refined sugar are nearly identical in terms of calories and impact on blood sugar levels. Similarly, honey is frequently seen as a healthier alternative to table sugar, yet both are high in simple sugars and should be consumed in moderation. When comparing natural fruit juice to whole fruit, the juice lacks the fiber and some nutrients found in the whole fruit, making it less beneficial. Even natural chips can be ultra-processed, containing added oils, salt, and preservatives, which diminish their nutritional value despite their natural ingredients. Calories measure the energy that food provides to our bodies, but not all calories are created equal. When we consume foods high in sugar, especially those that are heavily processed, they can cause rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels. Nutrient density refers to how many beneficial nutrients a food contains relative to its calorie content. Foods that are minimally processed and rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber support better health than those with empty calories. It's important to recognize that the source of sugar and the degree of processing often have a greater impact on health than whether a food is labeled as natural. The naturalistic fallacy is a common psychological tendency where people assume that anything natural is inherently safe, pure, or superior. However, this belief doesn't hold up under scrutiny. For example, poison ivy is entirely natural, yet it can cause severe skin irritation. Tobacco, another natural substance, is linked to serious health risks when used. Even arsenic, found in nature, is a potent and dangerous poison. These examples highlight that natural does not always mean safe or beneficial. The health halo effect occurs when certain marketing terms, such as natural, influence consumers to perceive a product as healthier than it actually is. This psychological phenomenon can lead people to overlook important nutritional information, assuming that products labeled with positive-sounding words are automatically good for them. As a result, individuals may consume more of these items or make less balanced choices, believing they are making healthier decisions. Understanding the health halo effect is important for making informed choices and not relying solely on marketing claims. When determining if a food is healthy, consider a straightforward 4-point framework. First, assess its nutrient density. Foods rich in vitamins, minerals, and beneficial compounds are generally better choices. Next, look at fiber content, as higher fiber supports digestion and overall health. Third, evaluate the level of processing. Minimally processed foods tend to retain more nutrients and fewer additives. Finally, check for added sugar or sodium, since excessive amounts can undermine the food's health benefits. Whole foods are frequently associated with health benefits, But it's important to recognize that their value doesn't stem solely from being labeled as natural. Marketing claims can sometimes be misleading, encouraging consumers to equate natural with healthy, without considering other factors. Instead, it's essential to examine the nutritional content and how the food fits into your overall diet. By looking beyond packaging and advertisements, you can make more informed choices about what you eat. Ultimately, understanding the true qualities of whole foods leads to better health decisions. When reading food labels, it's important to look past the marketing claims on the front of the package. Instead, focus on the ingredients list to see what the product is really made of. Pay close attention to the amount of sugar, as well as the fiber and protein content, to better assess its nutritional value. Be cautious of serving size tricks, as manufacturers sometimes list smaller serving sizes to make the numbers look healthier. Taking these steps can help you make more informed choices about the foods you eat. Remember, just because a food is labeled as natural doesn't automatically make it healthy. It's essential to rely on scientific evidence rather than marketing claims when making decisions about what to eat. Let science, not slogans, guide your nutrition choices. If you found any of these so-called natural foods surprising, consider sharing your thoughts. Stay informed and keep exploring the facts behind your food.